Good morning, class. Today we are going to start the new chapter, first chapter, Relation and Function for class 12th. Firstly, we are going to study relations in Relation and Function chapter. As you have also studied in plus one class, Relation and Function, so you all know about the relation basics, but I will revise the basics for relations. First of all, Cartesian product of a set A to B. You all know that A cross B is what it is the ordered pairs x comma y such that x belongs to A and y belongs to B. You can see that cross product or Cartesian product of A and B, A cross B will be the set of ordered pairs 1 3, 1 4, 2 3, 2 4. And you all know that relation is what? A relation R from a non-empty set A to non-empty set B is a subset of the Cartesian product A cross B. So a relation will be relation from A to B. That means only sets are related. So a set A to set B. A relation is there and it is what? It is a subset of A cross B. So this is how the relation set look like. Now we are going to study relations further. A relation R, you all know relation R from non-empty set A to non-empty set B is a subset of the Cartesian product A cross B. And you all know that how many number of subsets a set can have. It is what? 2 raised to power the number of elements. Right? So now the number of elements in A, suppose it is P, and the number of elements in B, suppose it is Q. So if number of elements of A is P and number of elements of B is Q, then the number of elements of A cross B is what? P into Q. So if A cross B contains PQ elements, then the number of subsets of A cross B will be what? 2 raised to power the number of elements of A cross B, which is what? 2 raised to power PQ. So this is what? This is the number of elements of A cross B, and the total number of relations is 2 raised to power PQ. How we can say this is total number of relations? Because this is how many number of subsets A cross B can have. So this is what? This is the relations only, because every subset of A cross B will be a relation. So the number of relations will be 2 raised to power PQ. So here is one example given to you that A is 1 comma 2 and B is 3 comma 4. So this is how you learn the relation in plus 1 class. Now, next we are going to study the types of relations. The types of relations will be, first type will be empty relation. So, if a relation has no elements, it is called empty relation. Suppose that I say that a relation from set A to A has no element. That means that no element of A is related to the no element of B. So, if no element is related, R will not contain any ordered pair, so R will be what? 5. So this is what empty relation looks like. If relation has no elements, so if we say that no element of the first set A is related to the no element of second set B, then we say that relation is empty and we denote that relation as 5. Now coming on to the next type, universal relation. If the relation has all the elements, it is what it is called universal relation. Suppose I say I have a set A and I have a set B. So relation will be subset of A cross B. If I say that all the elements of A cross B are coming in the relation, then that relation is called universal relation. All the elements means that all the elements of A are related to the all the elements of B. Then only universal relation is possible. That all the elements of the first set A is related to the all the elements of B. So this is what? This is the universal relation. Now we will study both the types by some example. So now there is an example. It says that let A be the set of all the students of a boys school. Show that the relation R in A, how R is defined. R in A means R from A to A, given by R is equals to set of ordered pairs A comma B such that A is sister of B. So they are saying set of ordered pairs A comma B where A is sister of B. But what they said, how they defined A is the students of boys school. So if A is the student of boys school, B is also from a boys school, then A and B both are boys. So how they can be someone's sister? So they can't be someone's sister, so no element will be related. So here they are doing that only. It is a boys school, so there are no girl student. There cannot be any sister of any student of the school. So R will be what? R will be 5. That is R is an empty relation. So I think the empty relation is clear from this example. No element of first set is related to the no element of second set. So that's why relation is what? Relation is 5. That is what? Empty relation. Now second example, second relation, R dash is given as A comma B set of ordered pairs of A and B such that the difference between the heights of A and B is less than 3 meters is universal relation. They are saying R dash is defined A and B ordered pair A comma B such that the difference of the heights is less than 3 meters. 3 meters is nearly 9.8 feet. So if it is 9.8 feet, two boys are there and their differences of heights. So I think all the boys will have height near about 5-6 feet, right? So their difference will be near about 1 to 2 feet, right? So if difference will be 1 to 2 feet, so it is always less than 3 meters. So if it is always less than 3 meters, all the boys of first school will be related to the all the other boys of that school only. So the relation will come as universal relation because all the elements will be coming to the relation set, all the ordered pairs will be coming to the relation set. So that is what that is called as universal relation. Next we are going to study the other types of relation which are very important. First one is reflexive relation. For a relation R in set A, that means a relation from set A to set A only. It is called reflexive if and only if A comma A belongs to R for every A belongs to A. That means that all the elements must be related to itself. If a relation is reflexive, then each and every element must be related to itself, then only it will be reflexive. Otherwise, it will not be a reflexive relation. If any of the element is not related to itself, then it is not a reflexive relation. For a reflexive relation, all the elements of the set A must be related to itself according to the given relation, right? Next, we are going to study the next type of relation, which is what? First of all, we have some examples for the relations. 6 relations are there. R1 is given as only ordered pair A comma A, and A, our set A is what? A, B, C. And now relation 1 is what? Only ordered pair of A. But we know that for a reflexive relation, we need all the elements must be related to itself. That means if I come to the set A, and for a reflexive relation, we need at least all the elements must be related to itself. Other elements, no problem. Any other element they are related, that is not our problem. We need is just that every element must be related to itself. So for least value, least set for a reflexive relation, we need ordered pair of A and A, B and B, C and C. So which relation will be reflexive? That contains A comma A, B comma B and C comma C. So any relation out of these that contains these ordered pairs is what? R5. Any other relation does not contain this type of ordered pairs. For that, we need ordered pairs of AA, BB, and CC. Then only the relation will be reflexive. So only R5 out of these examples is reflexive relation. So now we are going to study the next type of relation, that is, one more example is there, right? You can study this example and check whether the relation is reflexive or not. Next, we are going to study the type, the symmetric relations. So same for a relation R in set A, that means from a set A to A, relation is symmetric if A comma B belongs to R, then B comma A also belongs to R. That means if A is related to B, then B also must be related to A in the opposite sense. Suppose I have a relation in which the ordered pair 1, 2 is there, then that relation must be symmetric if and only if 2, 1 must be also there, right? So this is a symmetric relation. This says if A comma B belongs to R, then B comma A also belongs to R. That means A is related to B, and in the opposite sense also B must also be related to A. So this is what symmetric relation looks like. Now next type of relation is what? Transitive relation. Same for a relation R in set A, transitive relation. A relation is transitive if first of all A is related to B. That means the ordered pair A comma B belongs to R, and also B comma C belongs to R. That means B is also related to C. Then A comma C belongs to R. If the relation is transitive, this condition must hold, then only the relation is transitive. What the condition is? A comma B belongs to R, that means A is related to B. Second, B comma C belongs to R, that means B is further related to C. Then the relation is transitive only if A is also related to C. For every A, B, C which are in R, right? So now combining all these, we get that if some relation is given to you that is reflexive, symmetric, and transitive, then that type of relation is known as equivalence relation. So if a relation, you have some example of relation that is all symmetric, reflexive, and transitive, then it is what? It is called as an equivalence relation, right? So now we will study the examples of reflexive, symmetric, and transitive, and also we will get to know how we will check the reflexivity, symmetricity, and transitivity of any relation. So first example is there. They are saying show that the relation R in set 1, 2, 3 given by R is the set of ordered pairs 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 2, 3. They are saying show that this is reflexive but neither symmetric nor transitive. First of all, for a relation being reflexive in set 1, 2, 3, we know that every element of the set must be related to itself. We have the elements 1, 2, 3. So if we have only 1, 2, 3 elements, then 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, these ordered pairs must belongs to R, then only the relation will be reflexive. Now check the relation. We came to know that 1, 1 belongs to R, 2, 2 also belongs to R, and 3, 3 also belongs to R. So for all A belongs to 1, 2, 3, A belongs to R. So if A comma A belongs to R, for every A belongs to 1, 2, 3, then this type of relation is what? This type of relation is reflexive relation. Now coming on to symmetricity, if I will talk about symmetricity, what I said in symmetricity, that A comma B belongs to R, then B comma A also belongs to R. But here we can see that a relation is such that it contains 1 comma 1, 2 comma 2, 3 comma 3. These all are symmetric because they are, if changed, they will be the same ordered. Now coming on to 1 comma 2. If I will come to 1 comma 2, if this is a symmetric relation, then 2 comma 1 also must be in R. But as we can see, 2 comma 1 does not belongs to R. So if 2 comma 1 does not belongs to R, then we can say that this relation is not symmetric. Also we can see that 2 comma 3 belongs to R, but if R is symmetric, then 3 comma 2 also must belongs to R, but this is not the case. So this relation is what? This relation is nor transitive, nor symmetric, sorry. Now we will come to transitive part. So here we can check the symmetricity. They said to check whether symmetric or not, if a comma b belongs to R, then b comma a also must belongs to R. But here 1 comma 2 belongs to R, but 2 comma 1 does not belongs to R. So R is what? R is not symmetric. Now to check the transitivity, we need is what? We need a comma b belongs to R and b is further related to C. That means b comma c belongs to R. Then a comma c also must belongs to R. But here we can check that 1 is related to 2 and 2 is further related to 3. But 1 is not related to 3. 1 is not related to 3. That means 1 comma 3 ordered pair does not belong to the relation R. So if it does not belongs to relation R, but first two are belonging to relation R, that means 1 is related to 2 and 2 is further related to 3. But 1 comma 3 is not in the R relation set, so it is not a transitive relation. So if this case is not possible, then we can say that this relation is what? Transitive. But here 1 comma 2 belongs to R, 2 comma 3 also belongs to R, but 1 comma 3 does not belongs to R, so we can say that R is not a transitive relation. Now we have one more example. We can see here that they are saying show that the relation in the set same 1 2 3, but it is defined as R is the ordered pairs of 1 2 and 2 1. They are saying show that this is symmetric but neither reflexive nor transitive. As we know that for a relation being reflexive, it will be reflexive only and only if all the elements must be related to itself. That means 1 will be related to itself, 2 will be related to itself, 3 will be also be related to itself. But as we can see, relation R 1 comma 1, 2 comma 2, 3 comma 3 does not belongs to relation R. So if they does not belongs to relation R, so this relation is not reflexive. As we can see that if relation is reflexive, then a comma a belongs to R for every a belongs to 1 comma 2 comma 3. Since 1 comma 1 does not belongs to R is not reflexive. Right? Now next we are going to check symmetricity and transitivity. However, R is defined as set of ordered pairs of 1 comma 2 and 2 comma 1. Now we can see the symmetricity. Symmetricity says to check whether symmetric or not. If a comma b belongs to R, then b comma a must also belongs to R. That means the a is related to b and b must also be related to a in the opposite manner. Now see the relation for 1 comma 2. For 1 comma 2 we need 2 comma 1. That means if 1 is related to 2, 2 must also be related to 1. As we can see, 2 comma 1 also belongs to relation R. So this relation will be what? This relation will be symmetric. Any other element we don't have. For the 2 1, if we check for the 2 1, we need is what? 1 comma 2, and 1 comma 2 also belongs to relation R. So R is what? R is symmetric relation. Right? Now last part is what? Transitivity. Now we will check the transitivity for the given relation R. R is what? 1 comma 2 and 2 comma 1. First of all, we have to take two ordered pairs such that A is related to B and B is related to some third element C. Then we have to check that A and C must be related. As we can see here that 1 is related to 2 and 2 is further related to 1. But 1 is not related to itself. So if 1 comma 2 belongs to R, that means 1 is related to 2 and 2 is further related to 1. That means 2 comma 1 belongs to R. But we said A comma C must also belongs to R. But here we can see that 1 comma 1 does not belongs to R. So this is what R is not a transitive relation. So we can compile all these and we can say that R is not symmetric but neither reflexive nor transitive. So we will carry on further in the next class for this topic. Thank you.